Hello and welcome to another exciting installment of Ark News. This is episode 2, and yet again my name is Jacob, and I'm bringing you this exciting installment. This time we've not got much to cover. I'm hoping this is going to be a bit more of a shorter episode for everybody to enjoy. As I say, I don't know yet how short this will be, but as I say, hopefully this will be a lot more shorter than usual. So we're going to get straight into this one, starting off with the latest news on Genesis. So basically we had a big reveal. They revealed about a whole host of new and exciting items that are coming to Genesis in January, which they're going to deliver to us. So that they basically gave us a whole big list of items that they're going to deliver. So it'll basically be so to give you the list, it's they're going to give us a couple of creatures, new builds, a couple of gear items, and some other bits. And I'm going to run each one through with you. There'll be pictures on the video of them as well, so you can see them, and I'll explain each one and the details surrounding each one as well with you. Unfortunately, I can't share the videos and stuff like that and all that jazz, but yeah, I will share each one with you as we go through. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So we'll start off with my list. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to grab my tablet because I basically forgot to get the necessary information that I needed. So, just bear with me one moment, just going to grab it all. Okay. So obviously we know that the release date is coming in January, so we know that Genesis is coming then. So I'm going to talk about some of the items we're going to get first, and then I'll talk about the creatures, and then I'll talk about the unique biomes. So they revealed to us 2 biomes that were 2 unique and new biomes that we're going to get in Genesis. So I'm going to start off with the items. So they revealed to us an item called the fishing net. So this is a upgraded version of the fishing rod, basically. So it's basically this massive net, essentially, which is basically thrown out, a bit like a frisbee type item. Again, I'll share with you the screenshot I have, and it basically grabs fish. I believe it has a chance of to grab up to 2 fish at a time, which is much more than the current fishing rod can grab, which is quite exciting stuff. So the fact that we can grab 2 fish rather than the current 1 fish as well, and there's also an exciting chance to grab other items other than fish apparently. There is talk among the community that this fishing net could be used as a weapon, as well as an underwater weapon, so it could be used to grab people who are swimming, as well as fishing. But as I say, as yet we're not sure, because obviously this is Genesis, we don't know. So that was one of the items revealed in their what was it? Extra Life stream. So they did a 24-hour Extra Life thing. So it's for charity, and they raised a lot of money for it, and they revealed about 6 items, I think. So they raised a heck of a lot of money for it, while also doing this. So they raised a lot of money, and at the same time revealed to us some new stuff. So that was the fishing net. Moving swiftly on to the mining drill. Now this is something that the community have been asking for quite a while, I think. So this one is essentially a resource collector. So it basically gathers stone and metal raw, basically, much more efficiently than the current pickaxe and the hatchet does. So it's a lot more efficient than our current counterparts can offer us. So obviously, the community obviously got behind that one, and that offers it doesn't offer any weapon damage as far as we can tell, but it is quite an effective tool. So rather than you having to fly out with your, having to fly with a what are they called? Anklo with an RG and having to do ferry trips, you can just fly out on top of an RG or any kind of dino that's got good weight, and then just go from there, really. So this is going to provide us with good and exciting opportunities that will allow us to basically gather resources a lot more easily and more efficiently in the future. So the mining tool is something to look forward to, I think. So something that they teased in the trailer for Genesis, I think, was the tech claws. So they gave us a little bit more on that as well. So basically it's just a holographic melee weapon. So again, something that will be attached most likely to the tech gauntlets that we currently have. So this weapon is a new tech weapon. So one of the 2 new tech weapons that they showed us, that they premiered at the extra live stream. So this is one of them. The tech, let me just get the right name, Tech Cruise Launcher. So this effectively is basically a tech missile launcher, basically. So if you really are a big Iron Man fan, this is going to be a weapon that will really perk up your interest, I think. So this weapon is essentially, basically, as it the name entails, it's a missile launcher, and quite effective as well. The video looks quite cool. Where in the video they showed a pteranodon, the missile being fired, and then the pteranodon did its unique barrel roll maneuver while the missile was being fired through, and then it hit a raptor. So that was pretty cool. So so obviously, as we all know, tech, you're going to need to use element for that. So I would assume that the ammo for that will be the tech remote guided missile. So this is going to be how you're going to be controlling your. So you'll be using the missile to remote pilot the missile to its destination. So much like, I think, I'm not familiar with Ark and any weapon that can do this currently. Don't think we have any remote. I know that we have like missiles that can lock on, but I don't think we have any remote guided missiles. So this is going to be something new and exciting for us. Just checking through all the stuff we have. Okay. So one of the other weapons. So the final tech weapon that was teased in the extra live stream was a weapon known as the Tech Shoulder Cannon. So this is a really cool weapon. So effectively, this weapon can go in your shield slot. So much like the HLNA and a shield, it goes into that slot. Again, if you're a big Iron Man fan, you're going to like this weapon too. Gives you a real good Iron Man feel with the whole look as well. Similar to the turret, so this weapon will be able to be set to fire automatically on any form of enemy. I believe this weapon has 3 individual forms of fire rate. So there's a standard, so basically it can medium range. There's a rapid fire range. So there's a rapid fire mode, so that's going to be where you'll be using low range, and then there's a sniper, so that's going to be your maximum range mode as well. So again, similar to the sniper mode, it's going to be similar to the railgun. It's going to take a fairly while to reload, and it does look pretty cool as well. And with each mode, the Tech Soldier Cannon will switch its look as well, so it will look different in each mode. So again, that's something very unique to Ark, I think, as well. So it's going to look very different. And again, I've been saying for quite a while now, especially on the in parties, that Genesis is going to change the way we play things on Ark, and I think this is the start of it with this tech shoulder cannon. You know, it's going to start giving us some extra slots so we can start using some more tools and stuff. So it's definitely going to be really interesting and different to start playing. Okay, so that's sort of like the weapons, armor, and tools and stuff. So I'm going to move on to some structures now. And we definitely got some really interesting structures with their extra life stream. So I'm going to talk about, basically, we got this massive ocean platform. I think you can see from the picture, it looks pretty cool. So basically it's this floating structure, and you can tell by the scale, because there's this black silhouette of a human there. This thing is going to be massive. And that big empty slot, this will have a placeable foundation slot, so you'll be able to place foundations in there quite easily as well. So that's going to look pretty awesome. So this is going to be a placeable ocean platform to place in the ocean biome. So they've said that Genesis is going to be one of the first maps to feature a huge underwater biome. I have more information on the underwater biome when I come to talk about biomes. Obviously, I'm talking about the 2 new biomes we're going to get, but they're focusing a lot on the underwater biome as well. So we have information on that as well. So, you know, there's a lot there's a lot to take in on their extra live stream. There's a lot of information. Effectively, this episode is just Genesis. There's so much to talk about Genesis. We do have currently, there is a little bit of news, but it's so minute, guys, it's just barely worth mentioning because Genesis has got so much news. So yeah, this virtual ocean platform looks awesome. One thing I am looking forward to is building some really cool castles with this, because, you know, you can build some proper castles with a moat. Effectively, you could build it right in the middle on all these ocean platforms. Apparently, you will be able to connect ocean platforms as well, so they'll be connectable. And so there's this metal one, and then there's the wooden one as well. So that's the wooden one there is the same. Right, so I'm just having a look at what's next. Okay, so we now have the next thing that they teased was this tech alarm system, and it also came with the tech pressure plate. So this is going to be quite an awesome thing, guys. So effectively, this is going to be able to trigger when an enemy player or creature walks over this pressure plate. It will trigger an alarm, so it will either let you know, or you can set the alarm to then automatically trigger your turrets systems. So if you've got turrets nearby, and as many as my people who will play with me know, I have a lot of turrets. You can basically you will automatically trigger turrets, and they'll fire. So this pressure plate will basically turn them all on, and they'll rain fire on any target basically that's nearby. So this is going to be pretty awesome. From what I understand, this alarm system might be limited in range or something like that. They're still working out the kicks. Apparently this is going to be really cool for PvP players, apparently, where they're trying to centralize this as well. So they are looking into sort of where they're going to put this, and where they're going to look into having this sort of system. But the alarm system does sound pretty cool, and I really do hope that the sound effect works as well. So yeah, that's the alarm system, and obviously the pressure plate as well is another individual structure that they're adding to Ark. So obviously the 2 are connected, so obviously they teased both type thing, so there was a reveal for both, but obviously because the 2 are connected, I'm covering them both at the same time here. So the other one that they teased is a really interesting one, and this will lead into my biome. So this one kind of leads into it, and it's called the Tech Jump Pad. So this is this sort of follows the teleporter, I think, in technology terms. So this sort of allows the player to jump, basically. So you'll be able to launch yourself and any creature into the air. So it doesn't matter whether they can fly or not, it will launch them into the air. Now, whether or not you'll be able to use your tech suit following on from a jump is a different question entirely. I haven't actually seen this yet in use, so I don't know whether you're able to harness the tech suit, so how high you go, whether you can pre-select your destination or how far you go. So, you know, it sounds to me like you're going to have to do a lot of testing to see how far you can actually push a tech jump pad. But yeah, it sounds like you're going to be able to go pretty far with a tech jump pad. Whether or not you can get to the lunar biome is a different question. But yeah, the tech jump pad is going to be pretty cool. So if you don't want to use the teleporter, use the jump. So moving on to biomes now. So basically they teased 2 new biomes, the lunar biome and a bog biome. So the lunar biome is this moon-based map. It will have a low gravity. It's going to have a thin atmosphere. It will have oxygen vents. It will have an element fog, and it will have solar. It's also going to have solar rays that will kill the survivor if they are exposed to it. So it's going to have all these things, and it sounds incredible. There is also going to be a special creature, if I can find it, as well. So there's also going to be this giant Lunar Whale as well. So this is probably one of the coolest creatures ever. It is rumoured to be this creature that will have an ability to teleport to any location on the map. So you will be able to teleport yourself and any creature around it to anywhere on the map. Whether this uses up stamina or whatever is going to be incredible. So yeah, you'll be able to do this and way more. So yeah, this is going to sound pretty cool. So yeah, and they're going to be natural to the lunar biome. I've already made a claim that I'm making a beeline. As soon as we get that map, I'm making a beeline to the lunar biome. That's my first job, is making a beeline to that lunar biome. I think we all pretty much know that the Ferox is coming, the little cute shapeshifter shoulder pet, which starts all cute and then gets into a Hulk rage as soon as it eats some element. Yep, I think we all pretty know that one. That was in the teaser trailer. I think we all pretty much know about the magma saw, the lava lizard or lava rock drake, as people are calling it on the forums. Again, we pretty much know about that one as well. So that one is pretty much a good one as well. There's a teaser about that one as well. There was a special on that in the extra live stream as well. So there was a video on that about there's a really cool saddle for it as well, very industrial looking. It's one of the first saddles, I think, to actually be completely enclosed in metal. And then it can rain down fire boulders and things like that. So that looks pretty cool. So some of the other creatures that are coming, if I get some of these pronunciations wrong, I am so sorry. Have a look. Here we are. So the whale creature I was on about a minute ago is called the Atrocitus, or the Astrocetus. Probably the second one probably sounds better. So apparently the Astrocetus is considered to be a high a higher tier tame because of its unique ability to warp through hyperspace. So there you are. Yes, so that's one of its unique abilities, and it is one of the creatures that will dwell in the Lunar Biome. There you go. So that's one of its abilities. Ooh. So, just a little bit on the Atrocitus here. Has the ability to warp to its destination similar to a hyperspace jump. This will also take anything within its vicinity with it and can go through creatures, structures, and natural formations. The Atrocitus saddle provides the rider with 3 gun turrets, as well as having a bomber mode that is powered by its natural space energy that it converts into bombs to destroy enemies below. Well, whoops. One thinks I'm going to enjoy that. Yeah, Jacob wants a space whale now. Yes, I'm probably going to have a space whale breeding program on Genesis now. Cool. So space whales sound excellent. Having a look at the next one. Ah, yes. I was wondering when I was going to get onto this. So, in the underwater biome that we're getting, as well as the giant tortoise, we're getting an underwater boss. How I've managed to keep this quiet from everyone, I don't know. But we are. Its name is Moda. Now, I believe, if I remember rightly, that translated... Oh, correction, it's a mini-boss. Sorry, it's a mini-boss. If I remember rightly, that Moda is... Yes, here we are. Moda is the Dutch word for mother. So, yes, translated in some dialects it can mean mother. It's the mother of eel minions. So, yes, and it's going to be massive. It dwarfs a... It literally dwarfs the shark. It looks terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. Yeah, so this is going to be fun. So that lives in the underwater biome. Now, I believe another creature that's coming. And by the way, there's only 7 creatures so far that have been uniquely identified as coming to Genesis. I mean, there could be so many more that we don't know about. So, you know, sounds fun. I know of only one so far that we don't know much about, which is the blade wasp. So apparently we're getting a wasp. That's all I know. There's a wasp. Let's hope it won't be as pointless as the human counterpart. Ah, yes. One that's been commonly referred to as the Spider-Man of the Ark on the forums. Does look pretty cool, actually. Bear with me 1 second. This is taking longer than I thought on my tablet to bring up the necessary information. Oh, come on. There we are. Right, so this creature is called the Blood Stalker. So it's got about 6 legs. It's quite tentacly. So this creature is unique to the bog biome. So there is a bog biome coming. So it's going to look quite similar to my tribal know the area I'm talking about. It's going to look quite familiar to the area where we started up in Aberration on our server. But in saying that, it's going to look very different. It's basically it's a swamp, but about 10 times the size and about 100 times the strength. So, as the name implies, it's a bog. You know, full of fog and all this jazz. It does look insane. But this creature is natural. So, A tamed blood stalker can latch on to survivors and provide the survivor with height and enhanced vision. Due to its nature, this creature can latch onto branches and attachable walls with its silk and swing from one end to another, latching onto another while swinging. Moreover, if the survivor pulls out a weapon, it will adjust itself upwards to allow for a clearer shot. So yes, the way Bloodstalker often swings its legs around after the web detaches while swinging itself is almost similar to Spider-Man. So yeah, there you are. So a little bit of trivia there for you. So yeah, this creature is deadly and will probably be very deadly, I would assume. A lot of things on Genesis are deadly. Other than the space whales, they sound quite nice. But yes, I would generally say Genesis is going to look really nice. And look at that, I'm approaching the half-an-hour mark, which that doesn't look good at all. Anyway, which means that this is gonna most likely be a Genesis special. I should probably quickly mention that Winter-wonderland is coming back in full swing. I believe it probably will be in full swing in the next week or so, given the updates that I've already seen that are going around the forums and going around on Twitter and stuff. Haven't seen much more else. In terms of Genesis, I haven't heard anything else about delays or anything, so very much it looks like that we're going for that they are pushing for January. So expect that. Obviously, is my I think that will be it. Blimey. So I think that concludes episode 2 of this video. So this is probably going to be entitled the Genesis special, because it pretty much is just Genesis. That was a lot of stuff to cover. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next video, and I'll see you on the festive special.